Today I turned 39, and I think I've officially arrived to I don't give a fuck town, or I don't give a fuckville, however you want to phrase it. It's not a physical location, it's more like a state of mind, state of being. Because today I'm actually at the beach. Take a look. Nothing like spending the day at the beach on your birthday. I guess I'd be lying if I said I totally don't give a fuck about anything. There's still that small piece of me where that feels I should be living the quote-unquote American dream, where you have a family, you have a wife, you have kids, you have a house with a white picket fence. But unfortunately, today that is out of reach or unobtainable for a lot of people. We've been indoctrinated, instilled with the idea of having that type of lifestyle. But at age 39, I don't have any of that. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I don't have a car. I don't own a house. I've got nothing to show for my existence, really, by those American dream standards. But what I do have is my health, my vitality. I currently have a job, so I'm fortunate for that. But I don't really own anything material, which would fall under the American dream or American way of living. I've actually decided to go totally opposite and live a decentralized life where I don't own anything and just kind of live off the quote-unquote land in today's modern society, I guess. So it's a lot different than what I imagined, where I imagined I would be at this point in my life when I was younger. A lot of the material things that I thought I was going to have, I don't have, nor do I care to have anymore, actually. A lot of the things I used to want, I don't want anymore. Which is, it's pretty interesting how I've evolved into this new me over these past couple years. It just kind of didn't make sense. Over 4 years ago, a car I used to own died. So I had to, get rid of the thing. It was beyond repairable. And I spent a couple days searching around, trying to find a new car and upgrade. And then looking at the prices, looking at the cost of insurance, it just didn't make sense financially for a vehicle that'd be sitting in my driveway 95% of the time, 98% of the time. And that's when it clicked. I was like, do I really need a lot of the things that I was taught to have, or that I grew up thinking I needed? I really don't. Owning a lot of things, having kids, having a family can be very expensive and complex at times. Now that I'm older, I much prefer the simple life, the single life. Can it be lonely at times? Sure, absolutely. Like the holidays, especially the holidays. But that's 2% the time out of the whole year. Whereas, the rest of the 98% of the time, I really enjoy my solitude, my own peace, the simplicity of life, of just, having to worry about one person. Does that make me selfish? Maybe. But I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. There is a small piece of me that kind of thinks, oh, maybe I should have a family, but I think that's the upbringing or the indoctrination that still kind of is lingering. That has greatly diminished over these past 5 years. But I just don't freaking care, man. Like, I don't. I'm going with my intuition more. For so long, I've been so logical, and I've missed out on a lot of things. Just to give you a few examples, I'm like, financially speaking, I had some great investments. I invested in Palantir 4 years ago, back when it was $6, $9. I was like, I just had this feeling. I was like, this is going to be a over $100 stock at some point in the near future. But stupid me, the logic brain kicked in. I started doing research, started listening to other people's logic, but how this won't be a $100 stock, how it's going to require more time to grow. And I slowly started selling chunks off as it reached, $30, $40. Made over 3x, 4x on my investment. But hell, I didn't hold on to it. I let it all go. And then it ran up to $200. Same thing with quantum stocks. I was thinking of investing in D-Wave back when it was 88 cents. Now it's like $30. So I'm trusting my instincts from now on. I'll do a little bit of logical research just to kind of amuse me, just to see what the masses are doing. But I won't let it influence. I gotta promise myself I will not let that influence my intuition, nor will I care if someone tries to sway me. I'm just sticking with my intuitions, just that gut feeling that I have from now on. That's a note to myself. So I'm gonna watch this every so often. I'm gonna check this again a year into the future to make sure I'm trusting my inner insightfulness, my instincts. I'm done, man. Like, I'm done. I'm listening to myself. I mean, of course, your environment, you'll hear other influences, you'll hear other reasonable logic that'll pull you away from your gut instinct. But I gotta remember, I'm in I don't give a fuckville now. I've arrived. I'm not going back. It's just really hard to care anymore about stuff in my life that I don't feel is a priority. What should be the priority is yourself, your personal self, your self-sovereignty, self-actualization. The thoughts you receive to become a better person are the thoughts that you should follow and act on. That's the purpose. That's the process you got to follow in life. Otherwise, you won't feel fulfilled. If there's an idea, or if there's something you've been thinking about doing that you need to do, but you don't act on it, then that's just gonna bubble up inside, and the pain of regret is a lot worse than the pain of discipline or the pain of any other pain in life. Plus, you never know where your insights can lead you, right? You just gotta trust that you're following what the universe is guiding you to do, right? And then things in life will unfold better than you expected. Doesn't mean you shouldn't plan or think logically about certain things. You do that to an extent, right? Because the spiritual side is far higher, far better than the logical layer of life. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are saying they're done, and they're all like around my age, plus or minus 5 years. I have seen some people that are younger that say they're done too, and I don't blame them. the way things are going right now, especially in America, are just it's crazy, man. I don't know if I subscribe to it anymore. It's too expensive to subscribe to it. But I think that's it. Just a couple notes I wanted to record for my future self, for whenever my path becomes a little lost, or I start listening to too many influences other than my internal guiding light. I'll come back to this video and watch it and make sure, I'm staying true to myself and listening to myself. Because every time, for the majority of the time, my instincts have been right. My feelings have been right. You got to go with the feelings instead of logicalness. Because it's higher than logic. Your feelings are higher than logic. Your instincts will work out, and that's the logic of it. Anytime I've gone with my gut, it's always worked out well for me. Because you'll figure it out. That's when the logic comes in. You don't want to do the logic beforehand, because you'll never end up doing what you're thinking about, because too much thinking will psych you out, and it'll never get done. The planning and all the stuff that you figure out comes after you commit to what you're thinking about. And for that to occur, you can't care. Like, you can't care what other people or what other influences are impressing upon you. Time to go enjoy being another year older. Another new year of my life has begun.